You know, last night after we were here practicing, and they were here all day yesterday on this stage practicing, getting ready for you today. And after we were done, Jane and I and my buddy Dave on the sound, we went out for dinner. And we went out for dinner, and I noticed on the table they had one of these. Now, it reminded me of a story. So I'm going to take you back about 6 years. And I'm at a pub in downtown Ottawa. And I'm sitting at the table and I'm all by myself, but the place is packed. I just happen to be at the table by myself. And I'd ordered a hamburger. So I asked the server, could she bring some mustard? Because there was no mustard on the table. So she brings one of these. But it was set like this. Because you see now, this is right side up. This is upside down, right? So she brings it like that and she puts it on the table. Now what happens to mustard if it sits like this upside down for a long time? What floats to the top? Yeah, all that useless watery goo, right? So what I always do with these is I take my thumb and I put them on the edge and I give it a shake, like this. So I'm sitting at the table and I'm shaking the mustard. But what I didn't know was that the cap was broken off. So I put my thumb on the edge to hold it. And I start shaking the mustard. Now, I'm sitting there shaking the mustard like this, and the mustard is going psh, 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 and it's flying out through this thing. Now, over here is the bar, and there's all these guys sitting against the bar with their back to me. And I'm shaking the mustard. You see where this is going? And so I look over and I'm noticing all this mustard flying in this beautiful golden arc, and it all comes down on this guy's back on his white dress shirt. And nobody noticed. And there's servers walking all over the place. The place is packed. He didn't even notice. And so I'm looking over and there's a lot of mustard on this guy's shirt. And he's just sitting there. And I'm thinking, this is not good. So I'm going through my mind, what should I do? Should I tell him? Should I not tell him? Put up your hand if you would have gotten off the chair and told him. Yeah, I figure anybody who'd lie about that would lie about other things too. So I'm thinking, I wonder if I should go and tell him. And just then, this guy walks up to the table. And he says, excuse me. And I said, yes. He says, you finished with the mustard? Yes. So I hand him the mustard, and off he goes. So he's got the mustard. Now the smoking gun is gone. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm cool. But then, my integrity and guilt and all of that stuff starts to come up. So I thought I should go and tell this nice guy what's happened. I won't tell him who did it, but I'll tell him what happened. I'll tell him his mustard is there. And I was just about to make my move. And he and his buddies get up, he puts his suit jacket on, and out the door. And he's gone. Yeah. And so I thought to myself, what a great story. What a great story. And I've added a little simple visual. There were no PowerPoint slides here. There's no big poster boards. There's no music. There's no big video. It's a mustard bottle. And you're going to leave here, and this story will be anchored in your mind. Some of you have heard this story before. Some of you have heard it many times before. And every time you hear it, you go, oh, the mustard story. In fact, I had this bottle up here on the table. You couldn't see it. Most of you couldn't see it. But somebody came up to talk to me, and they said, oh, the mustard story. Because it locks it in their mind. So today you're going to hear some stories from our speakers. And some of these stories are going to lock in your mind. Some of their facial expressions, some of the emotions that they emit to you and share with you, some of the lessons they have to share with you are going to lock in your mind. Some of them won't, but some of them will. And some of you will be changed today by some of the things you hear today. And that's one of the most magnificent things that we have, that we do here in the showcase, is we offer you an opportunity to change something in your life. So we've got these 9 amazing speakers, and we're going to get underway right now.